Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa and I'm a flight attendant with a major US airline. Today I am starting a 3-day trip. It is 6:11 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. I have an 8 a.m. flight to Miami. I don't have to report until 2, but I am following the commuter policy. And that means I have to give myself 2 opportunities on flights in order to get to my base 1 hour before report time. So I should, fingers crossed, get into base well hours ahead of when I need to report. But better safe than sorry, right? Yesterday I food prepped. I made myself some low-fat turkey, like ground turkey. So I sauteed that with some seasonings, and then I sauteed some zucchini and I put that over brown rice, and I brought some sriracha. So those will be my meal prepped dinners. I also brought some hard-boiled eggs and some string cheese and some cucumbers. I'm headed to Sacramento. Tonight I will lay over in Sacramento, but not before stopping. I believe I stop in Chicago. So today I am working in the galley. I am flight attendant number 2, and I believe we are on the Boeing 737. So come with me on today's adventure. Time to drive to the airport, park the car, and head over to our gate. I'm at parking row A10. Okay, so I arrived in Miami about 9 a.m. this morning. So I've been just sitting here at the airport for about 4 hours, 1 more hour before I actually have to report to my gate. But I'm sitting here at the gate already. Update. So I'm flying Miami to Charlotte and Charlotte to Sacramento. The Sacramento flight is already running an hour behind. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's a late incoming aircraft or weather, but that's the update that I have so far. So when I got here, I put my food in the refrigerator. I put my ice pack in the freezer just to keep it cold, because my food has to last me all day. I have to keep it fresh and keep it from spoiling. I won't arrive. I was due to arrive in Sacramento at 9 p.m., but now it's going to be more like 10, because we're running about an hour late, so about 10 p.m. So today I am working the number 2 position, which is the galley position. So once I get on board and do my equipment checks, then I will head to the back of the galley. Hopefully we're catered. I will go over catering and make sure that all my catering is there. And then I will set up 2 carts. One cart, the number 3 and the number 4. Go and do service in main cabin, and then the second cart I do service in main cabin, starting from the back, working my way forward. So that's what I have in store for me. Come with me on today's adventure. Today has been such a wild day. I've been here at the Charlotte airport for over 4 hours, going on 5 hours. They had a horrible storm that rolled through. Our plane left Cincinnati late, landed here, and that's the aircraft we're going to take to Sacramento. I've run to 3 different gates. We've had 3 different gate changes, so it's been an adventure since. It is 1:30 a.m. I made it to Sacramento. I am so tired. My contact lenses are so blurry. This is 1:30 a.m. in California. This morning I woke up at 5 a.m. to travel to Miami. So that means I've been up for almost 24 hours. I think this is where I'm going to say goodnight, and we will reconvene tomorrow, and I will tell you about today. Look, you can just tell. It's been a day. Okay, so it is the next afternoon. It is 1 o'clock, and I am here in Sacramento, California, day 2 of this 3-day trip. And let me tell you, yesterday was just so crazy. I sat in airports for 9 hours. I sat in the Miami airport for 5 hours, and then I sat in the Charlotte airport for 4 hours. Now, those 5 hours that I sat in the Miami airport, that was just, I wasn't on the clock, that was just down to me. I just got to base early to ensure that I would make my trip on time. But the 4 hours that I sat in Charlotte, I was on the clock. You know, it was in the middle of each leg. It was only supposed to be a 2-hour sit time. It turned into a 4-hour sit time, and that was because our plane from Cincinnati left late, and it probably had to do with the weather in Charlotte. There was weather, there were thunderstorms, there was a ground stop in Charlotte at one point, which means that there was lightning in the vicinity, so everything was just put on hold at the Charlotte airport. And then by the time that started, there was a whole bunch of traffic, airplane traffic, you know, getting them to gates, landing, taking off, all of that. In the meantime, once we started getting closer to departure time, the gate changed about 3 times. If you've ever been to the Charlotte airport, it is always so busy. Those corridors, each terminal, trying to navigate through is always fun, and I say that sarcastically. I ended up buying something to eat there because I had no way to warm up my food that I packed, and so at one point I grabbed something to eat, walked back to the gate. The gate had changed cities, and I was walking another way when a passenger asked what flight I was looking for. I told him I was looking for the Sacramento flight. He told me he was also on the same flight, and I noticed the gate changed to C13. So I started walking towards the 13th gate, but I was in the B terminal. Thank goodness for him. He noticed it before we got too far, and he helped lead the way. I mean, I should be the expert at this point, but he was so kind. There's so many people. He led the way. We walked over there, navigated through the crowds, and made it to the other gate. I made up with the rest of my crew because we all got lost in the whole crowd. But he had an incredible story. He was in Jamaica for this big family reunion. 30 of his family members traveled to Jamaica to meet up with other family during when Hurricane Beryl went through. They were okay. They were near the Ocho Rios area, which was kind of protected from where the hurricane came in through. But yeah, just an incredible story. And today the hurricane, I think, is now like a category 1, and then I think it's going to go into like a tropical storm, but that is now like in Texas. So I'm hoping that I get to leave on time tonight. Today is day 2. Let me back up. I got in, what time did I got to my hotel room after 1 a.m. last night. Finally went to bed around 2, and then slept until 9 this morning. So that's like around 7 hours of solid sleep. And I'm going to try to get a little bit of sleep again early in the evening because I have a report time of 9:24 p.m. and I'm going to fly basically all night, a red eye, from Sacramento, California to Miami, Florida, and I should arrive in Miami, Florida around 7:15 a.m. So I do enjoy those trips, but they do sort of take a toll on you. I find that the next day I'm like just catching up on sleep, just because it kind of throws my rhythm off, but I knock out 3 days quickly. So that's the advantage. Right now, like I said, it's after 1. I'm going to go walk to a Target. There's a Target nearby. I think I'm just going to buy a snack to have on the airplane because it is a long night basically just something to munch on to stay awake. So I'm going to do that and just have a walk outside. I don't want to be out there too long. They're experiencing a heat wave. But on the way back, I'll warm up the lunch that I meal prepped, and then I think I'll try to catch a nap. But that's what's going on with me, and just giving you an update. And this is the daytime view from my hotel room. It is hot out there. As you can see, it's sunny, but it is very hot. I think the high today is going to be 109 degrees. It's a good thing that this Target is only about a half mile from me, so it's not that far of a walk. So sometimes it takes me a little while to get my bearings, like to show me if I'm walking in the right direction of the map. I'm walking in the right direction. Our cute little Target here on the corner. I think this is J Street and maybe 13th. J Street and 13th. Shopping at Target for my snacks, but have you seen these ketchup flavors? So harissa aioli. I'm not sure what that would taste like, but I would definitely try the jalapeno or the habanero tomato ketchup. I made my trip to Target and I got some snacks. Now, for the most part, I try to eat healthy, but I do like chocolate and candy. So yeah, I do like chocolate. I haven't seen these before. These are Mr. Beast Feastables. So it's a candy bar with milk chocolate and peanut butter. And I did buy the Target version of like gummy bears. And I was looking for Flips, the chocolate dipped pretzels. And all they had was Target's brands. So for these 3 snacks, I'm not going to eat all of these in one day. These will be like, I'll pack in my bag. So when I do get a sweet tooth, I don't have to pay a hefty amount for something at the hotel. I have something in my bag that I can just have a little morsel of. So for these 3 snacks, it was $7. And oftentimes you'll pay $7 for one snack in the airport or the hotel lobby. Don't go shopping on an empty stomach. Don't go shopping when you're hungry, because this is what happens. But I also warmed up my meal prepped lunch. So I sauteed and cooked lean ground turkey with some zucchini and some brown rice. And then I just put some sriracha sauce on it. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. And that will be my lunch dinner. That little walk outside like woke me up, so I'm not feeling tired. I think that I may take a melatonin now before I eat lunch for it to kick in, so then I can sleep 3 or 4 hours, then get up and get ready to work all night. So that is my plan. I'll keep you posted on how it goes. In the meantime, I'm long overdue to eat something. I'm going to have lunch and maybe catch a little sleep. Okay, so I did take melatonin and I managed to get a 3.5 hour sleep, which felt amazing. I feel good. I feel ready to take on this work day. I just checked the flight and it looks like there are 30 open seats. We'll see if that remains the same or if they put some standby passengers. But yeah, I feel refreshed. I feel good. It is almost 9 p.m. I will head downstairs. We are meeting at 9:24. Our flight actually leaves. Let me see what time our flight leaves. We leave at 22:44. So we leave at 10:44 p.m. and arrive in Miami at 7:10 a.m. if all goes well, fingers crossed. So this is day 2 of my 3-day trip, but because it's a red eye, we are going to roll into the third day. And on the third day, I finish early in the morning, and I will travel home, which is super nice. So on with it. I'm going to zip up my bag, put on my high heels, and head downstairs to head to the San Francisco, I can see, there I go, to the Sacramento airport. All right, let's continue this adventure. Okay, and that's it. It's day 3 of my 3-day trip. I'm back home. I landed in Miami at 7:10 a.m. and my commuter flight left at 9 a.m. And yeah, that was it. Nothing too exciting to report. It was a 5-hour flight time from Sacramento, California to Miami. We did 2 services. Mostly everyone slept. So like I said, nothing too exciting to report. I saw a little bit of lightning from the airplane. I guess the most exciting thing is when we landed, I got pulled to do my first like alcohol and drug test. So when you finish a trip, I don't know, maybe it can be during a trip, I'm not sure, but I think it's when you, I'm not sure, but you can randomly get pulled to do an alcohol and drug test. So I'm glad that it's my first time I got pulled. What they do is someone meets the aircraft and you're alerted. Someone with a clipboard is waiting there. So after all the passengers got off, the crew gets off, and then I showed my badge. They gave me my paperwork, went down there, got it done, and still caught my commuter flight. So I'm happy about that. It would have been rotten if it prevented me from catching my commuter flight, because then I would have had to stay there a few hours before I could get the next one home. I'm tired. I'm feeling it now. I had to sit on the jump seat from Miami to Orlando, and even though it was a short flight, I wish I had a regular seat because I wanted to catch a quick nap. But you cannot nap when you're on the jump seat, even if you're commuting. So that's it. I'm going to wrap up this video now. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And to see new videos, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button. Until next time, bye guys.